small businesses that want to work from home can find it challenging due to the fact that they may not have enough resources. While some offices are now reopening, many employees still prefer to work from home at least for some time. The good news is that there are ways around this. We had the chance to chat with Rob Silver, Regional Sales Manager for Lenovo, Canada's SME business in Eastern Canada, and Brian Mignault, General Manager for Lenovo's North America Smart Collaboration and Vertical Solutions business. With the ever-growing competition in today's business world, small businesses need all of their employees to work together regardless if they are located near or far. These two executives from Lenovo discuss how work-from-home solutions can help your company grow by giving you more time for yourself and those who depend on it most, without sacrificing quality production. In this podcast, Shoaib Naqvi also made an appearance to highlight how a trusted partner like CDW can help to analyze your environment, identify your needs, and even help you install the new technology. They partner with leading brands such as Lenovo to provide the right solutions for your hybrid workforce. Hi, everyone. On behalf of Canadian SME, I'd like to welcome you all to our Small Business Podcast. How are you today?
Doing great, thank you.
Doing well. Thanks for the opportunity.
It's great to see. Thank you. It's great to see that we're today joined by the Lenovo team, and today's discussion would tie with Lenovo work from home solutions. Now, in today's economy, more and more people are turning to work from home, and it is a great way for them to not only spend less time commuting, but also to get the flexibility they need with their schedule while maintaining productivity levels in order to meet deadlines or handle responsibilities in an office setting during normal business hours when necessary. Now, while some offices are now reopening, many employees still prefer to work from home, at least, sometime for now. Rob, this question's for you. How can small businesses continue to meet these employees' needs?
Yeah, thank you for that. So, I think really the best way, to meet employees' needs is really using technology to truly make work from anywhere a reality. Over the last few years, most of us have struggled using various types of technology whose main purpose was really different than how it was being used. Poor cameras, bad sound, poor Wi-Fi connections has really made this a daily struggle for everyone, right? And now Lenovo offers solutions that can really solve many of these issues, with our easy to deploy solutions for really any small business.
Right. And today, it doesn't really matter where your workforce is from, and you're not really limited to your local area anymore. Why do you think startups are shifting away from real estate investments? Do you think that this trend will continue? Why or why not? This is for Brian.
It's a great question. I think in the most simplest terms, the question becomes, is the commute worth it? And everybody's life changed over the last couple of years, and organizations are looking at this thing, rightfully so, differently. Everybody's heard the phrase, the Great Resignation. And then that was supposed to transition to the Great Reinstatement, when everybody was going to go back into an office, or at least into a hybrid model. Now, what organizations have to be very, very careful of is the Great Resentment, and in putting a mandate out there that it would force employees back into an office. And I had a customer say this to me just yesterday. I would never want to make a choice that would force my employees to make a decision with their feet and have them walk out the door. And think about the way that we've all worked and engaged with one another over the last couple of years. We have absolutely proven that you don't have to be all together around a conference room table, to manage your business and manage it effectively. But to Rob's point earlier, if you have some folks in an office, have some folks outside of it, or everybody outside of it for that matter, you do have to have the technology that allows folks to collaborate in an effective manner.
Right. Now, talking about technology, when you have workers at home and in office, you need them to be able to collaborate. Brian, how have you seen technology facilitate better teamwork and collaboration?
I think it goes back to video first and foremost, and video can be cultural in a lot of ways within an organization. Take Lenovo's culture, for example. Prior to the pandemic, video was not a big part of our culture. Full transparency, I moved into this role leading our North American collaboration business back in November of 2019. My first call internally within the company was with our healthcare sales team. There's about 65 sellers that sit within that organization. I figured I now lead video collaboration. I should probably turn my camera on as I join this meeting. Kid you not, I joined the meeting, camera on. I probably got pinged 8 times in 6 seconds from people that said, "Heads up, we can see you." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm doing it on purpose. I'd hope other people would turn their camera on so we can collaborate in a different way." Fast forward 2.5 years later, and it would be very strange to join a meeting here internally at Lenovo to not have your camera on. And think about just communication in general. Studies for years and years and years that have said about 2/3 of communication is nonverbal. Think about that for a second. 2/3. That would be like sending an email where 2/3 of a message might be blacked out. How would somebody be able to receive that message and understand what point was trying to be driven across? You wouldn't. So video becomes the most important piece to that, and then enabling small, medium conference rooms, huddle spaces with video that allows people to communicate in that fashion, I think is most important.
Mm-hmm. Rob, on a note of that, what are your thoughts on the trend of allowing employees to work from anywhere? And like, how do you think the rise of remote working will impact the way we collaborate and work together in the future?
Yeah, I really believe that the hybrid environment is really here to stay. And when I say hybrid, I mean an environment mixed of people working from a traditional office, from home, or really anywhere, right? Every employer now needs to develop a strategy to manage this new normal, right? This new paradigm. It really is going to lead to future advances in technology with the goal of making all of this collaboration that Brian was talking about really as seamless as possible.
Mm-hmm. And it is really important, to equip your rooms or equip the office setting with the right hardware to allow meetings to run smoothly. Brian, what are the biggest considerations when planning to equip a meeting space, and what hardware do you think is essential for productive meetings?
Well, before I jump into the space or the hardware, I want to piggyback on Rob's comment there just for a moment and think about the journey that we've all been on and customers have been on here over the last 2.5 years. 2020 was kind of the work from home, the WFH. 2021 was kind of the work from anywhere. People started being a little bit more comfortable, a bit more mobile, going different places and working in different locations. 2022 and beyond, in my opinion, is really about employee engagement and the employee experience, and technology is a big part of that. I just had that conversation with a large global customer in our executive briefing center here in Raleigh, North Carolina yesterday. And it's funny, they stopped me in the discussion. They said, "We agree with everything that you said, Brian, except for 2020. It wasn't WFH, work from home. It was WTF. What do we do? Like, how do we figure this out?" Right. So, but everybody's working through that journey, on their own time, and then determining whether or not they need the real estate and facilities. But if they do, and there is an opportunity for this hybrid workplace, and I think that there is for many, particularly in this SMB space as well, looking at solutions in which you have quality compute in a conference room that allows you to access your cloud, UC provider, whether it be Microsoft Teams or Zoom or Google Meet. But looking at those solutions where you've got an opportunity where you create a ubiquitous, equitable, seamless environment that whether Steve from accounting or Sally from HR, whoever walks into that room, they can one button push out and join their meeting without issue. And we've all been there before where you've walked into a conference room and the laminated sheet is sitting at the middle of the table that tells you how to get the room started and to join a meeting. That's a surefire sign that your room's not ready, right? And you've got an opportunity to upgrade as it pertains to the technology.
Now we know that small businesses often don't have the technical expertise on staff to purchase and install all the right technology they need to enable employees to work from anywhere. Shoaib, on a last note, what are your thoughts on the ways that CDW and Lenovo can work together to improve technology solutions for small businesses?
Yeah, Maheen, thank you for the question. And thank you again to the Lenovo team for joining today as well, too. I do want to take a quick step back and just talk about the partnership between CDW and Lenovo. So we are a top platinum partner with Lenovo. That is the highest tier partnership that any vendor, any reseller partner can have with Lenovo. In fact, just to take it a step even further, on the small business segment that my team covers, Lenovo is our top partner. So this is definitely a partnership that we're looking to grow, a partnership that we're looking to make sure that we utilize all of our tools. And CDW currently is in a perfect position to help customers find those right solutions, get those, setups done. Well, to Brian and Rob's point, right? It's no longer just even work from home; it's work from anywhere, right? So CDW can provide those services to have, whether it's something as simple as a laptop or, a mobile device for an employee that's working remotely, set up before it even gets to them, or provide the entire setup with, the monitors, with all your peripherals, with all your accessories, and have all of that set up for our customers as well too. The long and the short of it is, if you are looking at enabling a work from home or, sort of a work from anywhere remote strategy with your employees, and I think most of the world is going to be shifting towards that, then we can help you with that. We can help you find the right solutions. We can help you find the right fit for your business, because we understand too, with some organizations, there's a lot of importance to actually coming into the office still. There might be some compliances. There might be something in place, even for small businesses, right? There might be a certain environment that you want to maintain. So you have a hybrid model. Well, we can help with all of that. We can help to enable that perfect environment for our customers and for small businesses. And, we're going to continue to do that. And with the partnership that we have with Lenovo, we're going to continue to build upon that.
Absolutely.
If I could just add one comment there, I apologize. I think Shoaib is spot on. The services component is such a critical element to delivering that enhanced experience, and that's what this is about, right? Folks ask me all the time, why Lenovo for collaboration? And I think that's an easy answer as it pertains to the technology. Quality, reliability, manageability, security, dedicated sales teams, world-class supply chain. But to deliver that enhanced experience, the partnership that we have with CDW to make sure that an end user, when they receive their equipment, the setup is done appropriately, they can go off to the races in that room that they're going to leverage for their own respective businesses. That's what's most important. So 100% agree, that experience is critical.
Absolutely. The partnership is really doing something that will help small businesses, and, in the long run, is honestly a positive step in the right direction. And, for the team, it's a way to go, everybody. I mean, I had such a great time with this podcast. Really happy that we were able to pull off such an informative discussion about work from home opportunities. And it was so great to have you all join us on the podcast for this insightful conversation. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Maheen. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Shoaib.
Rob and Brian from Lenovo were kind enough to chat with us about how the company's work from home solutions can help small business owners. We know our audience will find this conversation very interesting and insightful. We hope you enjoyed it. And once again, we would like to thank our exclusive banking partner, RBC, and our exclusive shipping partner, UPS, for supporting this initiative. Please do share the podcast and feel free to check out the other episodes. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the Canadian SME Small Business Magazine to stay up to date on all our upcoming events and get the top business insights from industry leaders. This is Maheen, your host from the Small Business Podcast.